My guest is Keith Stern, and Keith is a candidate for the governor, to be the governor of Vermont. So why don't you, Keith, tell us a little bit about you?
I'm native born. I was born in Springfield, moved to North Springfield when I got married. I have a produce store in White River Junction. Been doing that for about 35 years now.
So you're a businessman?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say successful.
Good, good.
Still doing it. 3 mornings a week, I get up at a little after 12 and truck down to Boston to buy my produce.
You are kidding.
That's where I'll be tomorrow morning. I'll get home about 10:30 tonight, and then I'll be up at a little after 12 to do that.
Oh, my.
I'm committed to doing this. I'm really committed.
Obviously.
Yes.
You wouldn't put in this kind of effort and time if you weren't committed to running.
Right.
For sure.
This is a whole different level. I mean, this is fixing Vermont, saving it from saving it from what's happening to the state.
You say we need to reduce the size of government.
Oh,
You're
absolutely.
talking state government?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I don't know how many, I did know at one time how many employees, the government is the biggest employer in the state.
We have more state employees in New Hampshire, even though they have about double the population.
Yes.
I'll give you an example. At the upper level, we have 66 more state employees than New Hampshire that make over $90,000 a year.
In the top levels of government?
In Vermont government. And how do they justify these things? We have deputy commissioners, assistant secretaries. My opinion is we get rid of them. Have the commissioner, have the secretary, and then have somebody from the office that can step in, that's willing to step in with a bump and raise when the commissioner or secretary is not available. And as far as education, that's going to be a priority. I want to gut the Agency of Education. It's a $10 million a year budget. It really isn't necessary.
The Agency of Education in our government?
Yes.
Has a $10 million
Budget.
just for the governmental agency of education.
Yes.
Wow.
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
It really is. Well, as you know, I'm sure, Vermont spends close to $20,000 a year on average, not for every student, but when you average up all the costs of different students' needs, we're spending close to $20,000 a year, this little state.
Yeah, the highest in the country.
Well, it's one of the few.
Last I heard it was the highest.
We need people in government at all levels who have a respect for the hardworking people who are committed, forced to pay property taxes or income taxes or sales taxes, whatever.
Right.
They deserve some respect.
They should.
We do. We deserve some respect.
We all do.
And it's not just a pot of money to,
We're ATM machines for these people.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we want fiscal accountability and responsibility.
Right. And that's why I decided to run, one of the big reasons.
Well, I'm
because
glad.
somebody's got to stand there and say,
Enough.
we're not going to waste money like this. We're just not going to do it anymore.
Yeah. The governor has said how many people, 2,000 people have fairly recently left the state of Vermont?
I hear it just about every day, somebody saying, I can't stay here anymore, I just can't do it.
I know. I know a lot of people who are saying the same thing.
Say as soon as I can sell my house, but of course, the market's so bad.
Well, I
in
thought
some
the
places.
housing market was good.
In some areas. In Springfield, you can see houses for sale all over the place.
Is that right?
Oh, it's terrible there. Yeah, and one guy came to a meet and greet and he was saying, well, cost of living's not so bad. Price of houses are cheap. I asked him, you know why? He said, yeah, because everybody's leaving and nobody's moving in.
Sad.
Yeah,
Because it's a
absolutely.
beautiful state
Yes,
on the surface.
right.
But once you start digging into the costs and the regulations and, all of those kinds of things, then it kind of colors your perception.
Absolutely,
Which
yeah.
is really sad.
It is.
It doesn't need to be that
I
way.
mean, we have to pay people $10,000 to move here, and then you can't work in the state. You got to work remotely. So
yeah,
the
well-
people that are looking, the businesses looking for help, well, too bad for you. We're going to pay them to work out of state.
Okay, I maybe misunderstood that. I thought they were going to be paid to work from home, but I thought they were coming to Vermont. They're not?
They're coming to Vermont, but working outside the state, remotely.
Oh, like from computers? They would
computers,
be.
yes.
I see. Well, they'd still be located here,
Yeah, right,
but they'd be doing a job that they have out of state?
right.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
So what is the big draw there? Who would want to do that?
People that want to live here, for skiing and such, and they get $10,000 to live here for a couple of years. They're probably going to be gone right after that. Probably rent a place or something.
That doesn't sound like it lends stability.
No, it doesn't. It's not about stability with these people, though.
There's a lot of problem with sanctuary cities.
And I was very upset when the governor said he wanted to make Vermont a sanctuary state.
Did he actually say that?
Somebody, I think it was a member of his administration that actually came out and said that he wanted that.
And to me, that is a magnet for people to come here.
Right. And we can't even take care of the people we have in the state.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to bring in more people to take care of them. The homeless population.
We have quite a few former military who are out on the street.
Right.
Those
It's the children that's really a crime. Children that are homeless. From what I heard, it's a pretty large number.
Really?
Yes,
Well, that's pretty sad.
it is.
Years ago.
Let's take care of our own.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's what our government is about.
Right, it's supposed to be about, right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I keep saying to the viewers, I just plead, stay alert, learn, watch what's going on in this state and around the country. There are some really good things happening, but there are some horrible things happening at the same time.
Right.
And the only way that things will change in this country is if the average person pays attention, understands what's going on, and gets involved and has a voice.
Right? Just become an informed voter.
Yes. Critically.
I get people, detractors, that say, oh, you're too quiet to be a governor. I stand on my principles, I won't let anybody railroad me through, push something past me. Mm-hmm. I'll stand strong for the people, but I have to be loud to be effective.
Well, you see, that's what's been happening in our culture.
Right.
All of these outbursts and anger and cruel comments,
Right.
disrespectful things, even from people in Congress. It turns my stomach.
Right. Yeah.
What?
This is what this country is becoming. Absolutely.
Now, about you being quiet.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that you need to have a voice, and as many people as possible, you're a smart man, need to hear your voice and your views and what you stand for.
Right.
Otherwise,
Right.
the chance of making progress.
Right, absolutely.
Is-
I mean, Calvin Coolidge. He was one of our best presidents, I think. They called him Silent Cal for a reason.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yep, but he did the job.
he sure did. Well, one of the things I talk about with education is to get rid of the state Board of Education board, yeah.
Yeah,
And instead have members of the local school committees meet and sit down quarterly and discuss ideas, what's working, what's not, what's
Local
the problems.
control.
Yeah, and one thing is bring in people from successful school programs, and show them how to do it. One of my things, the first thing is,
1 minute.
okay, my plan is to bring them in, and I'm so committed to that, I'll fund the first round of speakers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, listen, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
Keith, good luck
Thank you.
and safe travels.